I think I would frame ritual like ritual isn't performance, and it isn't shallow, and it isn't nothing. It's formation. It's not done in it's not done separate from doctrine. Good rituals are repetitive things, right? If you use the word habit instead of ritual, all of a sudden all the scariness goes out of it, right? Like how many habits do you either have or wish you had in order to kind of drill into your head over time and help you, like Jeremiah said, remember something that really matters to you? Well, of course, you would want those things built around important truths, things that are actually real. But the modern dismissal of ritual as superstition or, we're beyond that is actually a very dated Enlightenment idea that's been pretty thoroughly debunked by modern cognitive science. I think it was John Vervaeke that said, ritual is a sophisticated cognitive technology that helps us engage with aspects of reality that our minds can't grasp just through ideas and propositions. So if that's the case, and we want it to be, we're sort of willing to say, okay, yeah, if hypothetically there were some practice that improved my prayer life or helped me understand a difficult concept about God better, like the Trinity, that I just have trouble wrapping my head around when someone tries to explain it to me, or makes me feel more like a part of the Holy Catholic Church, lowercase c or uppercase c, depending on what denomination you're in. Well, okay, who's am I trusting on that tradition? And that's your $1 million question. I think at the end of the day, you live in 21st century America, and there's quite the buffet table of options, and there's no way around the fact that you have to navigate that. And I'm not saying this is easy, but over time, one of the things that I've come to believe is that when you kind of diss a tradition that goes back maybe all the way back, like 2,000 years, you're basically saying you are smarter than everyone before you combined. You're not saying, like the diehard guy, it's old, therefore it's good. You're saying it's old and it has survived the most brilliant minds of Christendom for 2,000 years trying to think of something better and trying to challenge it. And they have. Pick a topic and you can literally punch it into ChatGPT and search, like, what have the major Christian figures written about X? And you'll see they have wrestled and wrestled and wrestled with all the most important things over and over and over and over. Everything's been visited and revisited, and not only have things been challenged, but new depths of meaning have been discovered as things worked on grandfathers and fathers and children and grandchildren and great grandchildren. So you're sort of saying, I'm smarter than all of those people combined. I remember a cartoon I saw I think it was when I was a kid, that was this sort of flow chart of Jesus to all these different branching schismatic groups over time. And the teacher is pointing to something way, 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 way down the line and saying, and this is where so-and-so came along and we finally got it right. Yeah, Jesus is so lucky to have us. For thousands of years, Christians got it wrong, but now we have it all figured out. Jesus is so lucky to have us. Okay, well, at that point, you're not Martin Luther, you're Joseph Smith. Like, you're a Mormon or something. You're saying that, yes, I enter the great story as a participant, not an onlooker, but I get to kind of make up what that means based on how I read a 2,000-year-old text. Whereas literally the most direct intermediate connection that God gives us to how to encounter him in relationship and respect his authority is honor your father and mother, which is the most concrete example of submitting to the traditions of men that I can think of.